Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole,
And I'm Brittany.
and this is the 11-Minute Mile, episode 21. Today, we're just going to talk about the Sunday scaries. So, we don't really have any points to touch on here, just basically how terrifying the Sunday scaries are. Are they not, Brittany?
They are awful and how relatable they are to everyone around us. As soon as you say Sunday scaries, everybody instantly knows that gut-wrenching feeling that they have.
I
And they're
know.
like, no.
It is horrible. And
It really
they
is.
never go away either. And then you
I
start
think it
creating.
worse.
Yeah. And I guess the Sunday scaries work because it makes you not want to drink and go out. But then, of course, like the next weekend comes along and you're like out partying and wild at the bar. But they're horrible. You spiral.
It's a terrible feeling. And I would never wish it on anyone because it's just one of those things that like you're saying, you just spiral. You just instantly maybe you didn't even do anything wrong. You had a great time, but you just instantly transport into this awful, terrible state.
Yeah. Well, normally you don't do anything wrong. That's the problem. But you do create all of these stories. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, who did I punch? Did I kiss somebody? It's like the worst
All
feeling
things you would
in.
never do in real life.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Your alter
It,
ego comes out.
I know, it really does. It's so funny to me too, because I always say, I don't know how every time I come home drunk, I never ever forget to wash my face. Ever.
That's so good. It's a
It's
talent.
bizarre. It is kind of a
That is
talent.
good.
I guess
Just
so.
your priorities in life, you realize.
Yeah.
I would always shower. I would come home and cook food, which is the worst thing you could do because
Danger.
it's so dangerous, especially with a gas stove. I remember making grilled cheese and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am
Yeah.
I doing this?
It's
But
scary. I know my old roommate, when she was living with another girl, she said that she came home and she was drunk one night and was cooking and fell asleep and left the stove on. And in the middle of the night, the roommate woke up and I don't know if there was a fire on the stove or it just smelled like gas, but I'm like, yeah, shit, that's scary. That's
and
really
that has
scary.
happened. I've heard multiple times to multiple people. I've left it on ever so slightly where I woke up the next morning and it smelled like gas. And it was a horrible, terrible feeling. And I instantly
Freaky.
so scary. You could just create such
Yeah,
a big problem
it's
just by
scary.
doing that.
Well, you do. I feel like I always hit a turning point. Like I'll be out drinking and I'm totally fine. I'm like, yeah, I'll go home soon. And then all of a sudden, it's like that one last sip or that one last drink turns you. And
Hmm.
then it's the worst.
Yep. Well,
A
I feel
turn for
like
the worst.
we're also the same. And I think there's certain types of drinkers where there's
Hmm.
people that are the sober drunks, the fun drunks, the crying, crazy drunks. There's all these different
What are
categories.
we?
We're the fun drunk. It's as soon as you
Yeah.
turn the point, then it's oh man,
Yeah.
danger.
Out all night, wild. It's kind of the best though.
Yeah, it
I
is
know.
fun.
I love it. As much as I say every time I'm going to just stop drinking, I really don't like drinking. I really don't. Like, I hate feeling
Mhm.
like crap, but it is fun. Like, when you're
Yeah.
out and you're just free and whatever, it is fun. But I kind of don't like going out with Chris now because I'm like, he keeps me under control.
As he should. I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's what I say with Dan. I'm I'm just not the same person. But I'm that's also okay. It's okay to
Yeah. Who
evolve.
cares?
Because I mean, even
Totally.
now, being 9 months sober now, it is
Isn't that
nice
wild?
having that excuse and it's not even an excuse. It's nobody questions if you're not
Yeah.
drinking because you're pregnant, because it's obviously you're not going to drink. So
Hmm.
I feel the saying no has become so much easier. Whereas before, if I got pregnant when I was 21, I'd be I would die if I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
drink
know.
alcohol.
Well, also too, being pregnant, I always say is going to be the best excuse for me to just go to sleep and go home early or just say no to plans because I really do say yes to everything. And I wish that I didn't. But also there's a side of me that I'm like, it's a good thing. Like I'm a total
Yeah.
yes girl. Like who cares? One day I won't
Totally
be able
yes,
to do
girl.
that.
But also when you're pregnant, as tired as I get, I still am enjoying everything. And I'm
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
after being sober, I'm like, will I go back to drinking the way that I was before? I'm like, maybe not.
I
Like,
feel like probably not.
because you just, I mean, obviously I'll have
Just
more
knowing you.
responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just also nice to like not wake up feeling like crap and like
Oh,
being
yeah.
able to just like go to bed, even like going to bed at like 11:30 or 12. I'm like, that is a night out
Oh,
now. Like
listen.
maybe not 4 a.m.
Now that I have this Aura ring, which I'm obsessed with, when it tells me to go to bed, I'm like, "Yep, gotta listen to the Aura ring." I do like going to sleep early though now. I definitely like
Yeah.
that has switched for me. Even Friday night we were out, we had a friend's birthday and they turned 43. And I'm like, "Oh my God." Like the place that we went to, it got crazy. Total, it's a restaurant that turns into like a total dance party. I'm like, I hope I'm like that at 43, but we got home around 12:30 or 1 and I'm like, yeah, this is way past my bedtime. No, thank you.
Yeah. But even
Done
12:31,
for.
that's kind of early compared to like
Oh, I
there were
know.
nights where I would go out until like 4. Like I don't even know how I did it, how I functioned,
I know.
but I made it here. I
New
survived
York,
it.
though, you do just stay out so much later. Don't you agree?
Definitely. And it's like what
Yeah,
you were saying, it's like that kicking it into like that 4th gear or 5th gear or
I
6th gear.
know.
I'm
Then you
like,
can't stop.
then you can't stop. There's no going back.
I kind of envy you not having Sunday scaries.
Yeah. I
Do
mean,
you?
I used to have Sunday scaries so bad. And then I would just like schedule myself so I had to work all weekend. So it's because like anytime I had something that I needed to be responsible for, I was very responsible. But
Yeah,
if I didn't, it was like, oh, I
I
could be
know.
free. Let's go.
Very free. Do you
Yeah.
crave like? Do you even just want a glass of wine? Well, you were really never a wine drinker though. You like a beer.
I did like wine and I do like beer. Right now I'm shocked how little I'm craving alcohol.
Yeah.
Like it really I thought I cuz I thoroughly enjoy the act of like going out and having a drink, but I'm
It's like the
pretty
social part of
surprised.
it.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
surprised how little and a lot of the people that we hang out with now like just don't
Yeah.
drink. So it's like
Yeah.
and not drinking makes
Mhm.
it so much easier for me to
Oh
just be
my
like,
God,
okay,
yeah.
you
For
don't
sure.
drink. And the mocktails,
Mhm.
I'm like, you can make some good mocktails and
I just
liquid
love a
IV
glass of
and element.
wine.
It is nice. But the
Like a glass of wine
hangover,
is oh,
like
don't
I
even
don't even need to talk to you about a hangover from
no.
wine.
And wine drunk because you are the same way. You almost get like
Hmm.
loopy. It is the
Oh, like,
worst. Tired, loopy, like I can't even explain that type of drunk. I don't do well on with wine.
yeah. It's just, it depends on the wine too. Cause in Italy, you could have like 4 glasses of wine and you feel fine.
Oh yeah,
Even in France, so
yeah,
fine.
because when we were in Paris, I remember me and Kara and our moms, we went through like bottles of red wine, never woke
Hmm.
up with a headache
Yeah.
ever.
It's just a different,
Oh my
different
God, yeah.
world. And
Quality.
I envy those days because some days you have like a sip of wine. It's like a
Mhm.
sip and 2 glasses is the equivalent. It's like the same amount of drunk, same
Yeah,
amount of hungover. I'm like, how is
I
this the
know.
same?
I know.
But it's got to be something in there.
I did when I went to what's it called? Oh my gosh, I can't even think right now. I went to California in August.
Hmm.
Remember with my mom? And we
Yeah.
went to that really good, those two really good wineries. And I
Yeah.
actually do want to sign up eventually for their wine club because
Hmm.
I felt so much better drinking that wine. Just because it's like good quality wine. Granted, I
Definitely.
hope that I'm pregnant sometime soon. So maybe wine
Don't
club
need
is
to
not
sign up.
the
Not the
maybe
move.
wine club is not the move right now, but
Yeah.
definitely after.
Definitely. Well, Napa is like it's similar to like that Italian, that French wine. It's whatever is
Yeah.
because I mean, you could have like 3 or 4 glasses of at a wine tasting and feel okay, but then
Yeah.
you go to the pub downstairs and you die for 4 days.
Wait, remember when we went downstairs to that bar
Yeah, it was
underneath
awful.
we had one, what was it? One glass of wine
I had a
each?
I had a hottie toddy and
You had a
I
hottie toddy.
wanted
I
to
had wine.
die.
Me too.
Yeah.
I woke up and I texted you that next morning. I'm like, what happened to us? What was in our drinks?
Yeah, I don't know. And that's
You're
the last time I
dying.
went to that bar. So I'm like,
I know. It's not the best
uh,
bar, but it's
uh,
it's the location,
yeah,
convenience, everything.
convenience. does help. Well, now it's like I will pay for a very expensive glass of wine because I know I'm only going to
Absolutely.
drink one and I know I'm not
Yeah.
going to have a hangover versus like in college, you're like, yeah, 25 nickel beers. Like, what is
Or,
wrong?
or what was it? The Carlo Rossi, the sangria. Remember
Oh,
that? Fred, stop
danger,
barking. Um,
danger.
Total danger zone. Well, when baby boy pops out though, after a few months, you're definitely coming to get a good glass of wine with me.
A good glass of wine and it'll feel amazing. I hear
Oh
like
yeah.
the post baby glass of wine is like the most incredible. A few of my
Really?
friends have posted about it. Yeah, they're just you
Why?
have like 3 sips and you're like feeling it,
Yeah.
feeling
Freddie,
good.
stop barking. Sorry.
Fred's giving his 2 cents.
I never heard that. That's actually new to me.
Well, after 10 months of not having anything and
Yeah.
you have a sip, we'll
I
see
would
what
assume you
happens.
get like a decent little hangover. Well, we better end this before Fred just barks everyone away. We'll talk more about this later.
More Sunday scaries to come.
All right. See you
All
guys
right.
later. Thanks for joining.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.